Hey there kids, welcome back. David from Atomic Candy, and right now I am open by chance, and what I am opening up with for you here today is a special edition because I have something really kind of amazing here to show you, and this is from SideShow obviously, but what this is the Ghost Rider limited edition variant. They've already done Ghost Rider once before. This is a reissue variation of Ghost Rider from SideShow, limited to 350 pieces. So not too many people have one of these. And we're going to go ahead and open this up. And I'll tell you, I had a time picking this one up because I don't know about how things are with you guys with UPS, but I have a bit of a problem with them. And that's one of the drawbacks to me with SideShow, that UPS is the only shipping option they provide. I wish they'd give you different options because I kind of have a hard time with UPS out here. And there he is. Ghost Rider Classic variant. And primarily the differences are going to be with the costuming on this figure. They're really using the same costume almost over again, but the coloring is the proper coloring now. If you remember, the original 70s Johnny Blaze wore blue leathers rather than black ones. And when SideShow released Ghost Rider last time, they released him in all black leathers. So now they have made that adjustment. I'm going to go ahead and get him out of there. Nice and easy. Ghost Rider, of course, created by Gary Friedrich. First appearance in Marvel Spotlight number 5, and that was August of 1972, quite a while ago. 70s creation. And then September of 1972, a month later, Ghost Rider number 1 came out. I wish I had the comics to show you. I used to have them, and they were part of that collection that was stolen from me quite some time ago. It's another story for another time. And they've got a lid on this. They've got another interior lid that lifts off. And there's Johnny Blaze inside the packaging. And this is really very simple so far. This is like a shoebox, the way this is packaged. And you see the clamshell inside of there. And I'm going to go ahead and take the clamshell out and see if there's anything behind it. This slides right out. This is really simple. Nothing inside there. And I like that there's artwork instead of just a photograph. You can see the accessories on the back of the clamshell. There's 4 extra hands, a chain, and the stand. Not a whole lot of accessories. And no paperwork. I'm kind of surprised that there's no paperwork with this. Separate these clamshells. There's our Johnny Blaze as Ghost Rider, as Zarathos, the Spirit of Vengeance, in his leathers. And we're going to go ahead and get him out of there and take a closer look. Here we are, our limited edition classic variant Johnny Blaze version of Ghost Rider. Zarathos, of course, Johnny Blaze, made a deal with the devil in order to save his father's life. the devil in the Marvel Universe being Mephisto, of course. And he was merged with Zarathos and became the Spirit of Vengeance, which did not work out very well for Mephisto or any other evil character, because the Spirit of Vengeance isn't necessarily an evil character at all. He punishes evil. That's why he's the Spirit of Vengeance. And I have to say, I prefer this one to the previous version simply because of the blue outfit. It is the correct color for Johnny Blaze, and you can see the JB on the belt buckle there. He looks like he has a proper pair of jeans on underneath with a belt, and then his chaps, leather chaps, boots. And we'll give him a turn here and take a look at him from all sides, and then we'll look at the accessories. And I'm really happy to have this because it is a very limited edition. Again, there's only 350 of these that have been produced by SideShow. It's not a Hot Toys. This is not the Hot Toys version. This is the SideShow version. Which is no less impressive than the Hot Toys one. SideShow actually does a really decent job with their 6th scale figures. Looks like his jacket's bunched up just a little bit there. Probably from the way he was settled in the packaging. Can straighten that out. In a moment I'll take him off the stand and look at his articulation. This is the jeans. And of course they're real pockets. You could put something inside those pockets. The stand is one of those ball hugger stands, the ones that come up between their crotch instead of going around the waist. Nice detail on the leathers. Marvel on the base there. And the base looks like concrete. You can see tire treads on there, presumably from his bike. Ghost Rider, the regular series, the Johnny Blaze edition, ran from 1972 to 1983. 81 issues. 81 issues before they stopped it in 1983. Brought it back again in 1990 when Danny Ketch was the Ghost Rider instead of Johnny Blaze. Though the Johnny Ketch version was a little silly, I thought. At least in the beginning. That was from 1990 to 1998, I think. The Johnny Ketch version of Ghost Rider. Because in that premise, rather than making a deal with an evil spirit to save someone's life, he stumbles across a motorcycle in a junkyard with a glowing gas cap, and he touches it and turns into Ghost Rider. And I was like, really? This is how you're going to start this? Then you find out later on Danny Ketch is actually related to Johnny Blaze, which makes a little more sense. Aside from the fact that the uniform on this version is blue instead of black, another variation is in the flame, because the other version, the flame is more yellow, and this is like a reddish orange flame coming out of Ghost Rider's skull and also out of his spine, which you really can't see because of the collar, but when I take him off here you will be able to see that. I love the detail on the leathers. It looks like a real jacket. Like if I was suddenly 12 inches tall, I would want to wear this outfit. They've changed the painting scheme on the skull as well. It looks a lot darker and a lot grittier than the original version, which I do like. One thing I think they kind of lost it on, though, is the buttons on the bib. This part on the front of the jacket is referred to as a bib, and it's being held on with magnets. You can actually see the magnet inside there. But Ghost Rider's bib has snaps. So wear the simulated snaps on the jacket, I think that takes a little something away. I would have liked to have seen that, because they did get them on the chaps. You can see the snaps running down the side of the chaps, but they neglected to put it on the bib, and I think that's an oversight in the design. Let's get them off there and take a look. Oh, well, you know what? I didn't show you the accessories. Let's take a look at his extra pieces, and then I'll take them off and test his articulation. It's a pair of gripping hands, as you can see here. Inside and outside of basically motorcycle gloves, they look like. A pair of grasping or clutching hands, hands that look like they are reaching out. And then the chain. As I stated, you know, there isn't much in the way of accessories here, but you know, Ghost Rider always has a chain, and this chain is metal. That is an actual metal chain. It is not plastic. It is not a plastic chain. So they did a good deal on that, and the chain is pretty long too. And I'll actually measure that out here for you. Got a measuring tape. And the chain is 26 inches long. 26 inches long. So you can get a lot going with that. So now let's go ahead and pull Zarathos off there and take a look at his articulation. See how his posability is. Start off with his head. Now you can see the flames under the collar. The flames and the spine, which is a really nice detail on this. Side to side is good. Tilt is a little difficult. Backward and forward, up and down. The jaw is articulated. As you can see, he can open and close his mouth, but the flame on the neck kind of obstructs that from opening too far. It's sort of limited there when he should be or is supposed to be able to open his mouth a lot further, especially according to the images that I've seen. They've pictured him with his mouth open quite a bit, but it doesn't seem to want to cooperate because of the positioning of the flames on the neck, causing some restriction. The bib simply just comes off. You see again, there's the magnets, there's 6 of them. I don't know how I feel about that. I would like to see snaps, as I said, and then maybe you can hang the bib. I actually have a jacket similar to this with a bib on it, and wearing it with the bib held open that way is a nice feature. This does unzip, and he's got a t-shirt underneath, so this jacket comes right off. You can remove the jacket, and underneath, that's interesting, it looks like he just has black plastic body parts, like normal action figure body parts underneath, but he does have a t-shirt. So they just connected this flame to a normal torso underneath the figure without having to undress him completely. Shoulder articulation is really good. Opens all the way up, although when it's zipped up that might be somewhat restricted. Bending and rotation, wrist rotation. Not much pivot on the wrists. They don't want to go up and down too much, but they do spin around really well. Both sides has some good movement, except for pivot on the wrists is limited. good torso pivot and turning. The hips, they feel loose. The hips feel really loose and really easy to manipulate, but because he's wearing the jeans and the chaps, there's restriction on that. It feels like it doesn't want to go because of the outfit. So there's restriction there. And then of course you can't open this way at all, not unless you want to split his jeans, I guess. The jeans look really good and it feels like jean material, but they are restricting a lot of the leg movement. See, again with the knees, and I can feel that in there, that that's a double knee, but it doesn't want to go further than that because of the chaps. And if you've seen these before, these double knees, they'll close to the point where the heel will actually touch the buttocks on the figure. But these don't want to go, and again, it's going to be because of the restriction of the chaps. No tilt on the boots. The boots do not go forward and backwards because the boots are high. But they do turn. You can get a good turn on them, but they're not going to pivot up and down. I'll zip his jacket back up here really quick and then take another look at that shoulder rotation. See how easy that is to get in, being so small. There we go. Let's take another look at that shoulder rotation. It's still not bad, but of course now it pulls way up on his torso and exposes the shirt. I'd say if I was disappointed about anything as far as articulation, it's the fact that the jaw is restricted from opening and closing properly by the flames on the neck. And of course, you're losing something in the hips and knees because of how thickly dressed he is. Let's change out a few of the hands and see if we can put him in a little bit of a pose.
That's not possible.
And we are back with Ghost Rider in a little bit of a pose, because again his legs are kind of restricted, so there's not too much you can really do with him. He still looks pretty good otherwise. The costuming looks good, the character looks good. I love the head sculpt. Jacket is still bunching up a little bit, and I think again that's probably because of the way he was packed, and so it's going to take a minute for that to straighten out back there. Changing out the hands was actually really easy. Some of the easiest transition that I've had with a 6th scale figure. So that I really do like. I appreciate that. And Ghost Rider in of himself is a very highly underrated character, I believe, in the Marvel Universe. Really, he's one of the most powerful Marvel characters in the Marvel Universe because he cannot die. He cannot die, he cannot be destroyed, and I think that is underestimated for Ghost Rider as far as characters are concerned. Also, since he is a spirit, his powers, in theory, are whatever he wants them to be, and he is as strong as he chooses to be, which if you read the series World War Hulk, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Something to look into. So what do you think of our SideShow Special Edition Ghost Rider Classic figure? Is this one you would like to add to your collection? Do you have a 6th scale Ghost Rider? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Tell me what you think of this figure. Are you into 1/6 scale figures? Would you like to see Mezco 1/12 Collective do a figure like this? I think that would be interesting. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at our Spirit of Vengeance, Johnny Blaze as Ghost Rider. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got something out of it. I hope you did. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Take a look at some of our other videos and take a look at our playlists if you wanted to see some more showcases and unboxings or toy hunt videos or anything like that. We do a lot of different things on this channel, so hopefully you find something that you like. Find us at Open by Chance on Instagram and Facebook. Join us there. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching.